Alright, we're about to try and make this beat real quick while my son is sleeping, so let's see what's going on here. We've got... Alright, so we got the sample. Old foreign record I found. Used to chop samples up myself, but Serato sample is absolutely amazing and worth every penny. Definitely a little hack there. Ah, okay. I like this little flute part. Alright, there we go. There we go. Let me speed that up a little bit. Oh, that feels right. Alright. So add a metronome here. Keep me on beat. Here we go. Cool. Alright, so I don't know if you can see from here, but what I like to do with my samples is I like to split it. So I'm gonna copy the little chops I did. So I'm gonna have two channels with the same sample going the same way, but at least this is what I do. I always EQ one of them for the high end, and I EQ the other one with the low end. So one of them's gonna be like a bass line, and the other one's gonna be your melody. And then the key is if you know, I'm gonna have this one be the bass line, but I'm gonna keep it bass for now. We might not add the subs. I might add 808s. So let's see how it sounds. Then if we gotta go back in and add 808s, then fucking we'll do it. But see, it adds like a little more depth. Alright, so my chops are a little sloppy, so we're gonna go ahead and quantize these. Still a little off. Let's go in here and fix it. Take out the bass line just so I can. Slow it down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna chop it up a little quicker. Sometimes you gotta point and click. Yeah, it sounds smoother. This also lets you kind of manipulate it a little more, manipulate the sample, gives you some more options. You can drop in the bass, drop out the bass. So now I got two different tracks on my piano roll. One's gonna be the bass, one's gonna be that. But when you put them together, it's a little more full. So listen to that. You hear the bass is really coming through that. Some of your samples don't have a great bass line under them, so you can't really do that, but this one's not bad. We might still add some 808s, but I picked out some drums already, so let's try and make a fucking drum pattern now. I think this one's gonna have a lot of perks. I can feel it. So I'm gonna be lazy here. I'm gonna add this, but I like to humanize my hi-hats. And there's a couple ways you can do that. So I have the velocity hit a little lower every other one. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of, instead of making it sound so robotic, I'll put it off just by a little bit. So I'm gonna change this to 1/6, and we're just gonna go off just a little bit. So that'll make my hi-hat sound a little more human, like someone's playing the drums rather than a fucking robot. So sometimes I'll play my drums, sometimes I feel like just kind of clicking, and right now we're just gonna click because I don't know how much time I have until my son wakes up, so here we go. So I got this rim here that I like. I'm gonna try playing around with the kick drums and the perk and see what we can come up with, but alright, it's a little slow. I'm trying to make this bounce a little more. I'm gonna do it every the 2/4 instead of the 3/7. So I'm gonna be real lazy and fill these in. Sure, I like that perk. We're gonna try to find something different. Nope. I got some of my own perks, some homemade ones. Let's see. Yeah, I made this one. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna chop this perk up a little. Maybe just this part right here. Let's see. master channel, I always like to EQ out the really high and the really low, obviously. Make it sound less muddy. Compress the whole thing. Kind of makes it all glue together. I turn my limiter all the way, the gain down, so things don't start sounding too muddy either. So we'll see how that sounds without the bass line added. So I don't know. I think I'm trying to see if this bass line is dope enough to carry it. I don't think it is. So I'm gonna keep the like not the sub levels in, but like just the regular bass line notes around like 100, 200. And I think we're gonna add some real low frequency sub bass 808s. Still feels a little dry. We need to add some spice. Possibly some Ric Flair. Yeah, Ricky's going in there. I hate naming beats. I'm gonna call this like Island Flute or something like that. Island song. After you've made like 100,000 beats, you just start running out of ideas for names. So Ric Flair makes everything better. When I add like vocal chops like that, I really try to take the bass out, and I like to add a little reverb. Really make it wet. Pause. And then I lower the amount of reverb, so like I saturate the shit out of it, and then I turn the reverb down on the channel. I don't know if you can't really see, so, but all my producer heads know what I'm talking about. So now the Ric Flair is gonna sound, see the echo, still might be too much. And then sometimes I like to give it a little distortion. And then a little delay. Yeah, that shit is hot. But it can't be too loud, so let's hear how it sounds with everything. Ready? Yeah, so that's pretty dope. So we want our kick to really knock. I know everyone does their kicks differently. I like to lower it and then come in here, and what I'll do is that's a little too low. That kick really knocks, but I know everybody does it differently. I don't like to take out the sub or anything like that. I'm gonna keep it knocking like that, and then if it's clashing too much with the 808, we'll just sidechain it. And I like to compress the shit out of my kicks. Who doesn't, right? Yeah, now it's out of control. In my mix, I like my kick to be like one of the loudest things there is. sure I'm not alone there, but all right, so we got the kick. Let's just hear the drum pattern. And you see what I was talking about with the hi-hat? See how it kind of bounces to it? It sounds like someone actually playing the drums rather than like a fucking robot. Just that little change up in the velocity really helps. I like to pan my hi-hats to the left. You don't want everything straight down the middle, so I'm sure everyone does. I have presets for my EQ. I'm just gonna throw that on there. I EQ everything because that's also one way to prevent everything sounding muddy. Got a nice little bounce to it. So my little rim snare here, I'm EQing it, and then I like to add a little saturation. This is a free plugin from, I forget who makes it, Softtube I think makes it, but this little saturation knob, you can crank it all the way, it gets crazy, too wet, but little goes a long way with that. So I got my kick the loudest, my perk. This is my homemade perk right here, which I love. I'm gonna put a kit out pretty soon, I think, because I've been recording a lot of my own drums. Like that shit is pretty hot, right? All right, so EQ that a little bit. Might add a little reverb to that as well. I like to saturate the shit out of everything and then lower it in the mixer channel. Reverb's another one of those things that a little bit goes a long way. I feel like you don't want to over reverb the shit out of everything. I still use the Fruity stock reverb, the Reverb 2, but the Valhalla vintage verb is pretty dope too. I might just fuck around and leave that on there instead, actually. You gotta really lower it with this. It really saturates the hell out of it. 4% mix, that's fine. Okay. And Ric Flair to the rescue. Alright, so my drums are mixed. Let's add everything back together and see how it... Alright, so let's add an 808, but the thing with this is I still like the bass line on the sample, so we're gonna try and find something that's a little that's really low end sub. Like any self-respecting producer, I have way too many drums. See, I don't know if you guys can hear that because it's so low, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. Real low end 808, like a sub 808. That way we can keep the regular bass notes from the sample, and at the same time still have an 808 come in and add just a little bit more drip, just a little more sauce. All right, so we tune our 808s, right producers, that's what we do. All right, so this is C3, tune this bitch, cut itself. I swear every time I make a beat, my 808 always ends up being the 8th one on my mixer. So whatever that means, but I might play my 808s on this one. Sometimes I'll line them up and just have them hit when the kicks hit. But I might play this shit. Let's see. Let's see how this works. Yeah, that might work. I hit that last note a little long, but I think that might do it. The other nice thing that Serato Sample does, it really is like a hack. For years I've been slicing my samples, and you have to go in, the Fruity Slicer, the editor, and actually see what key your sample's in, so you can line up your 808s and all that, get everything on the same key. With Serato Sample, it actually just tells you what keys it's in, and you can pitch it up, pitch it down. It's pretty sweet. So definitely, all my producers out there, if you don't have Serato Sample and you sample at all, even if you sample your own stuff, just definitely cop it. All right, so that's an F sharp minor. So I'm gonna make sure my 808s are in key. With FL now, you can actually highlight all the keys that are in key. So I know I like my hi-hats to be more natural, but I actually like to really quantize the shit out of my 808s. They're not natural sounding to begin with, so I just like them to hit when they're supposed to hit. That just makes sense in my head, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I ended up playing them, but I kind of want them to hit when the kicks hit. Damn, I almost did it, and I didn't even mean to. I want the 808s to hit at the same time as the chop on the sample, and they're just okay. Got this. All right. So at the end, it's gonna go bang, bang, okay, I like that. So I'm gonna tune the, I'm gonna EQ the 808, so it's mostly just the sub. I know you guys can see this over here, my low end. So that's EQ'd, but I still like to saturate that as well. I use the sausage fattener. Fucking dope plugin. This shit just distorts the shit out of your 808. So like everything else I do, I crank it up. You see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the sausage gets angry. You see his face. So we crank up the fatness on this. And I'm just going to play the 808s real quick. You see the difference? That shit is out of control. So here's it without anything. And then when I turn up the fatness. Yeah, I love that shit. So what I do is I turn up the fatness. And then I lower it here in the channel. I just lower the percentage of it that I'm using. So I'm at like 50%, damn near 50, yeah, 50%. So I like my 808s to hit about the 6 decibels, and yeah, I don't think this is gonna clash too much with my kick, but let's listen and see if we need to sidechain this. So sometimes, like right now, I feel like it's still missing something. I'm gonna add a clap, and I'm gonna add some delay to it, and that shit is gonna just kind of piece together those little in-between parts. So I kind of fill it in as we listen. This just like everything else. I'll add some delay. And it's kind of like the hi-hat, just kind of keeps the bounce of the beat going. So let's just listen to. I don't know, I feel it. Oh shit. What's going on? My brother. Literally. Yeah, so, yeah, that clap is kind of. I feel like the glue in between holds everything together. Ric Flair is still the MVP with his woo. Fucking open hand chop on the beat. Alright, so let's hear how it sounds now all together. Switch up some parts, so I'm gonna keep going through the sample. after. See how this would sound. Could be a dope little transition. So let's try this shit out. So it gets so boring. Let's see. That's cool. Okay. So. Damn, you can almost make a whole other beat. Damn, I might have to fuck around and change the whole beat up. Yeah, that's what we're about to do. Okay. I didn't. Damn, Damn, I chopped that shit so fast and I didn't even check out the rest of it. That might be a dope switch up though. So let's turn this back on and let's fuck around with this one. No, there's no train sample. That's the train where I live. Oh, that's it right there. I think we've got it. All right. Hit record. Alright. I fucked up one part, so I'm just gonna fix this. Delete all that. Bring this all the way back. And that shit's kinda doper than the original part I was chopping. So again, like my 808s, I like my samples to be chopped nice and clean. You can't get too cute with the sample chopping, otherwise it just sounds like shit. It's gotta kind of be clean and precise. Let's hear how this sounds. Sound the bass. Yeah. And we might need a new drum pattern too for this, because this shit is just way more fucking wicked. Yeah, it's gonna need a whole nother kind of. That needs like a break beat, honestly. I do have some break beats, but I might try to make my own break beat. But I want a nice. A real crispy snare. Let's go with Ricky Rax. Here. Alright, we go with that. I'm gonna do a new kick, new snare, whole different drum pattern for this. It's just too. This shit is definitely a whole different vibe, but I kind of like it. Sometimes you just switch up the whole beat on people and they don't know what to do. So that's what we're about to do. Oof. Let's see how this sounds together. So I'm gonna play the snare because it needs it. So here we go. I felt like the end there, but that's kind of the vibe we're going for. I missed the first one too. Maybe a little snare roll at the end. Almost like a whole nother beat, honestly. But let's see if it flows together. EQ this up. Let's see if it needs to know its own 808, its own box.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Do it. Oh. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Do the same thing with this one. Alright, so this one, bassline's real soft. I'm gonna add something. This sample part feels real aggressive, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, something like that. We're gonna fatten that up. Make that shit rattle the fucking speakers. Tune this bitch. And then cut it so. You know, I'm about to be a real basic bitch, but we're about to. We're gonna make the 808s hit with the kicks. We played it on the last one. Let's turn the velocity up. Let's hear it. You know, sometimes basic works though, right? Fatten it up. This might call for some hi-hat rolls because this feels a little more. Definitely need some hi-hat rolls. Get them shits off like a chopper. Yeah. Hi-hats are fun. Oh. The samples hitting so clean and like exactly the same for part of this loop. I'm gonna have the hats kind of match up. And then third bar, the same thing. And then the fourth bar, we're going to switch up the hats. Do is kind of, I think we might have it like the first part of the loop on the hats, play that back to back on the fourth bar, giving it kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it, but like you hit the sample twice and the kind of starts the loop again twice, almost like you're DJing and you kind of pulled the loop back on the drum. So here we go. See what I mean? I hope you see what I mean. It don't sound crazy. And then I like to give myself room when I'm mixing, so I'm going to move the 808s to another track. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different tracks for just the second part of this, because I got the high end of the sample, the bass line of the sample, my drum pattern, and my 808s. And then if I really want to get fucking kooky, feeling like I'm off my rocker, I'll make a couple more tracks for each segment, like the hi-hats, kicks, snares, perks, all that in different tracks, and then I can, you know, drop parts out, drop parts in. Gives you more control when you're mixing. Artists don't appreciate any of that shit, but it's pretty cool from a producer standpoint. And then you can, half the time artists are using your beats not even really mixed, like they don't track shit out, they're just recording it over an MP3 of your beat, so it's really for nothing. But well, not for nothing, you're not tracking it out, but you can go in here and kind of manipulate it yourself, have parts weave in and out of the beat, and you know, a rapper comes on there and it seems more like you guys were working to have elements of the beat drop in and out, and they can base their rhyme scheme off of that and make parts more aggressive if it's just a kick in the 808. It's kind of fun, so I might do that actually, just to show you what I'm talking about. So we'll have this part of the beat go on for a while, and I am going to do exactly what I was talking about. But so I'm going to take my drum pattern for this part of the beat, and I'm going to take the kicks out, cut them, and I'm going to put them on this pattern. I'm going to take, my hats are there, I'm going to leave my hats, and I'll just move the snares, I'll cut them, go up here, and last is my little vocal chop. We'll move that as well. And now, this is just fucking wacky. We got every fucking aspect. So this would be the full drums. It would be hi-hats, 808, and you know, sometimes I'll come over here and actually rename them. So this is going to be hi-hats, so I just don't forget. Wait, no, that's actually, I messed that up. That's my 808. Of course, track 8 is my 808. Pattern 7 is my hi-hats. 9 it looks like my kicks. 10 is my snare pattern, and then 11 is the vocal chop, or vox. So there you go. It's like hi-hats, I got double hi-hats still. This one is 808. just, I'm gonna drop out the hats. 808, maybe 808 with the kick. So, you see what I mean? That shit is kind of dope. So, sometimes no snare can be cool. Just go, see how that is? And then maybe I come back in, add the snare. I don't even know, I might scrap that whole part of the beat, but this. Right there, that breakdown, just because I separated everything, you can kind of just, you get stuff like that, so that's cool. If you stuck around this long, you basically got to see a whole other beat. So I wonder if we just... Shit, could be an intro. What is definitely giving off the wrong vibe. It goes from fucking flute sample to this hard shit. Yeah, I might just honestly scrap that. Maybe. I don't even know. Whatever. But now I like to make an intro. That's kind of perfect. Sometimes it beats like that. You just... Let's see, that might be 2 bar. Yep, that's it. Wyatt Earp. Alright, so complete change of plans. We have a new beat now. My beat tag to the...
There you are, Zach. There you are, Zach. There you are, Zach. There you are, Zach.
Something. I might add another snare, and then add another snare. Just right on top of it, layer that shit, and then I think I want to bring that clap back in to kind of piece it all together. like that clap. We'll if you tuned in, thank you, and we'll see you next time.